Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in here, Publicly Buzzed, getting ready to coming at you with this absolutely insane one. I did not expect to be talking about Diddy, the rapper, the singer, the R&B artist, Puff Daddy, formerly known as Puff Daddy, however you want to say it. Currently on the run, took his private jet and got the hell out of the States. His homes in LA and Miami were raided yesterday. We're going to be going over some of this, looking at some videos, and yeah, stick with me. We're coming at you.
Let's rock.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Publicly Buzzed Live. What is happening? Welcome in here. Thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate it. Jumping in here on a Tuesday night. And yeah, we're going over what everyone is. My favorite thing that he's being called currently is the Diddler. Instead of the Riddler, the Diddler. P. Diddy, formerly known as Puff Daddy, is running. He's getting the hell out of here. He got the hell out of here. Okay, he left his sons behind who got handcuffed at one of the residences. Loads of other people. I've been digging into this all day today. I wasn't up on a lot of this stuff. I'd kind of heard some stuff coming through coming through X, coming through other social media platforms, but I'd never seen anything as crazy as what is coming on the last day or so, basically, and everything that's happening on Twitter. But yeah, thanks everyone for coming in. Appreciate it. Please hit that like, share this out, let people know that you're hanging with Publicly Buzzed tonight. And yeah, we're going to be going over a little bit of this stuff. First of all, yeah, Diddy is on the run, everybody. Diddy is, he got the hell out of here. Did he get tipped off? I mean, he was gone. Actively, the raids were happening, and he got the hell out of there. Like I said before, sons were actually cuffed up on the property, loads of other people. Still waiting for a lot of news to come through on the actual portions of the raid. But from everybody, every legal expert and everybody on X and Twitter that's talking about this, something like this of this magnitude just doesn't happen. All right, you just don't get here with nothing, with nothing substantial going on. Let's see here. Had one guy, I've got one story up here I want to show you guys. One guy last night on X on Twitter was tracking the jet from the United States all the way to its destination, which it ended up going to Antigua. Originally, it looked like it was going to Barbuda, I believe it was where it was headed, and then actually took a quick turn and then went to Antigua. And as soon as that son of a bitch landed where it was going, they turned off the radar signatures, which is what the X user was using to track him all the way to his final destination. We're going to be looking at that. Also, I've got up an article here. Rodney Jones Jr., the producer, who's basically why we know about this, quite frankly. A lot of the females in the past, a lot of like Cassie, I heard about that. My fiance knew about some of the stuff about the women troubles that he's had in the past, and being I'm going to try to watch my words on here, but assaulting a lot of the females in the past he had been with. But this producer has taken it upon himself after he was hired to produce his last album. He lived with Diddy for, I think, 4 months, it was saying in the article, basically. And he says he was drugged. He says he woke up next to sex workers. He did not want this to happen. So we're going to be going into that, going over a lot of this stuff here. But first and foremost, I wanted to show you guys a video. Jay had sent me this. And if y'all are coming in from Jay's, welcome in here. Really appreciate it. This is actually what the LA house looked like after the cops had been there. So let me just get this off here real quick. there's any sound on here. I think there's a little bit of sound. It's not a lot, but yeah, you can kind of see that they were just rummaging through his. This is the LA home again of Diddy. First of all, so let me get this so I can get the chat up here so we can talk to y'all's people. What's up, everybody? Welcome in, welcome in. This might be, I've seen a lot of funny memes basically of the possibility of R. Kelly welcoming on into prison, but this might get deep. I've got a couple of videos here that are actually freaking creepy and freaking weird, man. A lot of people are digging up a lot of insane things. Again, welcome in here, everybody. Really appreciate it. Going over this insane Diddy shit that was breaking yesterday with the raid that was happening, not only in LA, but also in Miami. Both of these mansion, luxurious homes that Diddy, had a Bible there. And I know 50 Cent, I've been seeing that too, Tina. 50 Cent's been putting him on blast, and I think I read that he's working with, is it Cassie? And they're going to be putting out like a documentary possibly. It's craziness, though. It's absolutely crazy. The names in some of these, in the lawsuit that is currently, hold on, let me get my notes back up here, from Rodney Jones Jr., he's basically going after everybody for $30 million. He's saying he didn't get paid adequately from the work that he was doing as a producer while he was living there and producing Diddy's last album. And I'm no Diddy fan particularly. I know a lot of the classics from the 90s, some of the stuff he did with Biggie, of course, but the last 20 years, I've known nothing about this man except for what you see randomly in pop culture. But what have we really seen over and over at this point by a lot of these insane elite status people, right? Not all of them, of course. That would be insane, but it's happening more and more often, especially in the social media age and the digital age and the future that we're in currently. These dudes are getting outed. And then you see interviews with other people like Cat Williams. I've seen other people come out and say, listen, the shoe's about to drop on some of these folks like Diddy. So, and now we're starting to see some of that come to fruition. Here's one thing I wanted to show you guys real quick. This is Usher talking. Now, I just learned what Puffy Flavor Camp was, okay? So, Diddy, a mogul in the music industry, right? I mean, he has built an empire with what he's done over the last 35 years, right? Since the early 90s, he was coming up and then had the crazy hits in the later 90s and on and moving on. But younger kids, Justin Bieber, I think he went to this Puffy Flavor Camp. Usher also went to Puffy's with this Flavor Camp deal. And he'll get younger folks in there. And I'm just going to show this video. And I've got numerous of these, and I don't really know what to make about a lot of this shit, man. It's fucking nuts. And again, I'm going to try to watch my language and what I'm saying. But Diddy's on the run, okay? Diddy's out here. Diddy's running.
I'm telling you like it is, baby.
Hopefully the sound on this one is
moved to New York City.
So this is from the Howard Stern show.
To New York City. And I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you
New
over
York
to
City.
something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's.
Flavor Camp.
He's gonna
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I
Come
mean,
on.
but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you
I
seeing?
went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there, Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans,
And your parents
Jodeci,
were
Mary J.
okay?
Blige. They didn't know nothing about this shit.
Oh.
I was having a good time. You know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 in the morning
Got
with them?
Cuba Gooding Jr. named in one of these articles I'm about to read to you guys. That got Viv earlier. She's like, Cuba? I'd seen some stuff in the past with him before also. But yeah, I mean,
A party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem. I had like, you know,
What
like
a
a living.
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you
Listen
ever
to
send
this.
your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
See?
Hell no.
I had like, you know,
What
like
a
a living.
life.
Listen to
Yeah,
this.
It's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
See?
Move.
Hell no. Are you kidding me? Dude, this is fucking nuts. Hold on. What else do I got up here? I've got a couple of videos that I'm going to be showing that are nuts. I don't even know what to show first. Let's start with some of these right here. This is from Twitter. This is from X. I'm just going to show these as I see them here. This is some different things here. This is 3 with Justin Bieber, and then the last one's with a young-looking girl. Let me know what you guys think in the chat, quite frankly.
Justin, he's in.
So this is him when he's young, right? This is Justin Bieber, 15 years old here, it's saying.
Justin, he's in. You ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like, you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. You know, I have been given custody of him. You know, he signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when you know he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
I'm going crazy.
Justin.
All right, so that, him at 15 years old, right? This is 2 years later, all right, 17. Look at this interaction.
Starting to act different, huh?
Look at this fucking interaction, guys. Tell me this is not some weird shit here.
Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, you know, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never really got my number, so.
Right, okay.
My number?
Yeah. Starting to act different, huh?
Bro.
You ain't been calling me and hanging
That's
out.
not the weirdest shit ever.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never really got my number, so.
Right, okay.
My number?
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude? He's right there. That's him looking in the camera like, get me the fuck out of here, dude. Like, all right.
I definitely feel.
So here is Bieber today-ish talking about Billy. And when I first watched this, again, I'm not overly familiar with Bieber, and like if he had a kid, when I showed this to Cassie, I said, oh, this is him talking about his kid. She said he doesn't have a kid. Maybe it's talking about his little sister. If somebody in the chat could learn me on this part right here, but listen to the way he's just talking after seeing the interactions you just saw. Halle Berry's got me here. Yeah, I was confused by that part, but just the way he was talking, he seems like a compassionate person, right? I've seen some old videos of Bieber myself now. Back in the day when he was coming up, I've seen some really gross things, but he was also a teenager and he grew up in this industry. And I mean, he probably lived buck fucking wild. It seems like a lot of that's come to, he kind of understands that now in a weird way. I don't know. I don't know shit about him, honestly. He was on Dave with Lil Dicky a little bit. I knew that. This next video, okay? This is one of the craziest I've seen yet. This is fucking crazy. This is fucking crazy. I'm not even going to be on the screen when I show it.
Anybody else? Yeah. Everyone, introduce yourself.
My name's Ava. I'm a Scorpio.
No. What's your last name?
Ava Combs.
What's your other last name?
Ava Baroni.
Ava Baroni Combs. Yes, it's breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I want you to tell them the story about how I adopted you. But you still have beautiful parents but you're my child also. But please tell the story.
So, I was on the streets.
On the streets.
Papa Combs decided...
Papa Combs.
Tell the story.
So, I was on the streets. And then Papa Combs decided that he would like to be a caring man. So then he saw me and decided to pick me up and said to come inside and play with his kids.
Yeah.
Dude, what the fuck was that one, okay? Off the street? Off the fucking street, dude? And yeah, they're in a room with other adults. She seems incredibly fucking young. Come in and play with his kids? And then they're all just giggling and acting a fucking fool? That one is creepy as shit, dude. Like, I don't even know what to think about that one. That one's crazy. And he's streaming that. They're live streaming that. If you look, it's his official thing. I don't know if it's Instagram or what, but that's his official 54K people. He doesn't have any care in the world who's seeing this, right? 54,000 people he's streaming that live to, and he thinks that's completely normal and okay to do, man. Like, that's fucking crazy, dude. That one tripped me the fuck out. Let's keep moving here a little bit. Some of this gets into a little bit more conspiracy type stuff, but some of them still interesting to listen to here. Now, this is his former bodyguard, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. This is a short clip, about 1:30, but so many different people were basically calling this shit out. What was going to be happening, okay? Like, that there was going to be a raid coming up, that something's going to be going down with Diddy. I think even Diddy, I seen one video, the last appearance he made publicly at one of these crazy award show. He's sitting there, he's just looking paranoid as fuck. Like, he's looking crazy.
Remember, Usher? We was at the Swiss Hotel. Puff had Kim in the room. Had one of Keith Sweat's baby mothers in the big room outside the master bedroom. He came outside in his robe. She gave him a fellatio right there. His back was turned to me. She gave him a fellatio. You knocked on the door. I came and opened the door for you. Puff went in the room. You came in the room and kissed that girl dead in her mouth. You know, and a lot of more people know, didn't do you right when you was at Diddy camp.
Diddy camp. How close did Chappelle know? Who remembers the old Chappelle show skit from like 2003 or 4? Like, he didn't get into the assault aspect really, but he got into the weirdness of what these camps was, because it was really kind of making fun of the MTV show where he was trying to get the people trying to come up in the music industry, they would live with him or whatever. Still kind of a weird type of reality type thing, right? Like, it comes from these Puffy Diddy Flavor Camps or whatever.
Y'all put it together.
Damn, man, and you said that, I know you can't go into detail, but you said that it was a situation where Diddy sent him to the hospital?
Let Usher explain that to you. Let Usher mama explain that to you. And the hospital was in Scarsdale, New York.
So, I mean, and Usher's never really come out with anything crazy like that, you know, that he was hurt really. Let's see, how did Reggie know? Reggie Wright Jr. said Diddy would be raided by the feds 3 months ago. Yeah, listen to shit like this. Like, people knew shit was coming.
But he needed to build a spot over there in Valley for his boy Puffy. I warn Keefy D to take his ass over there. There's no extradition laws
Listen
over
to
there.
this. He's telling him right now, 3 months ago, go to where you can't be extradited back to the United States.
So I'm warning you now, Puffy. Take your ass over there. Reggie prediction. I know Puffy is smart enough, and he probably done already cleaned his houses. But sexual predators, what do they do? And we'd be like, damn, why? They treat their sex tapes like, y'all remember that song, Me and My Girlfriend, that Pac did? You know, what he was talking about? What was Pac talking about, y'all? And that. Do y'all really know what he was talking about? For those of y'all know what he's talking about, he was talking about a gun, but sexual predators is what hold on to their tapes. And cops know that. So I wouldn't be surprised if some storages or some of Puffy properties be getting raided real soon.
3 months ago. And dude, what do you know about people like this, right? What do we actually know about fucking predators like this. They like to tape their shit, and they like to keep collections of that shit. So even if he cleaned up his houses and got rid of some of the stuff, that stuff is somewheres. Those tapes are somewheres. Those are like conquest of these fucked up people.
They need to get to those tapes. They get one of those tapes with him with those little people that's been making the accusations.
Bro.
Woo! Man. Done.
Yeah, this dude's trying to help him out. He's like, get the hell out of here, buddy.
He'll blow his brains out. Guarantee you. Or do like he did on that corkscrew lie. How he did. We know what you did, Puff. Misa told us. Nigga, you slit your wrist. He gonna do something stupid like that. Yep.
He's been right so fucking far. I mean, Jesus. He's right now, you know, who even fucking knows, right? Like the last time the private, let me look at this. I want to show you. This is just a really cool article, but the last time he was known to be somewhere was Antigua. So let's pull this up just real quick. This is from Atlanta Black Star. This is a cool little article here. Over here real quick. Diddy's private jet goes off radar after being traced to Antigua amid armed agents' raids on his LA and Miami homes. When federal agents were raiding the Los Angeles and Miami homes of Diddy on Monday, March 25th, the disgraced music mogul was nowhere in sight. Left to face the law enforcement personnel searching the LA home was his sons Justin, 30, and Christian, 25, while Diddy's private jet apparently had left the country. The search by federal agents with Homeland Security investigations was conducted in connection to allegations of sex trafficking, sexual assault, and the involvement in the solicitation and distribution of illegal narcotics and firearms. The warrant for the raid originated from the Southern District of New York, when multiple men were detained and placed in handcuffs on Diddy's properties. Noticeably missing was Diddy himself, the music executive, 54 years old. In an attempt to solve the mystery of Diddy's whereabouts, an ex-user began to track the $60 million blacked-out Gulfstream G550 jet. This happened with Elon Musk once on Twitter, and he got really mad about it. He actually offered the guy money to stop doing it. Using flight trafficking software, the ex-user by the name of, right here, if you want to follow this cat, MVZ77 Dallas, was able to locate Diddy's aircraft tail number just north of Puerto Rico at around 5:30 p.m. The flight number revealed the plane was registered to Love Air LLC and operated by luxury private jet company Silver Air. And here he is, actually giving live updates about where he is and what's going on. Around 6:05, the aircraft was spotted near Barbuda before turning and doing a 180 loop to Antigua. Updated. Diddy had departed Van Nuys Airport earlier today, now descending to land at remote airfield in Barbuda. The ex-user tweeted in the update. The ex-user clarified in the tweet, for your information, it was difficult to figure out his exact landing spot due to the aircraft's erratic descent. I thought he was landing in Barbudas, but turned and did a 180 loop to Antigua at about 2,200 feet. So what was happening there? They were getting ready to land, and he flipped out and said, no, let's go here. The aircraft turned off its radar signature within seconds of touchdown. They're like, get that shit out of here. But that's probably something legally you have to actually do if you're going to be flying, I would imagine. It was unclear whether Diddy was aboard the private jet when it landed in Antigua. I'd imagine it was, unless he fucking skydived off into Barbuda. That's the entire... We just figured it out. That's what happened. They got over top of Antigua. He skydove out, landed in his whatever. He's probably got some kind of fucking house out there somewheres. I can only imagine. That dude zips back, and he's like, they're going to be tracking this. They're thinking I'm going back to Antigua. Oh, shit. It is unclear whether Diddy was aboard. Social media responded to the possibility of the Love album Off the Grid, the last album rapper getting out of Dodge during the federal investigation and not taking his sons along. Fled and leaving your kids in the house, that's being rated as crazy. Leaving your kids behind is so dirty. These are comments. Some assumed Diddy was tipped off and fled to a country that won't send him back to face alleged crimes. Antigua and Barbuda, the twin island nation that Diddy is believed to have gone to, is a small country in the Caribbean near the U.S. Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico. If he had been the subject of an arrest warrant issued of a search warrant, that nation might not have exempted him for an extradition to America. According to the U.S. State Department, the nation entered into an agreement in 1981, following its independence from the United Kingdom, to work in partnership together regarding some matters of law enforcement. Antigua and Barbuda's locations location close to the U.S. Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico, making an attractive transshipment point for narcotics traffickers. Probably something he knows about also, I'd imagine. That's mentioned in the lawsuit. To address these problems, the United States and Antigua and Barbuda signed a series of counter-narcotic and anti-crime treaties and agreements, including a maritime law enforcement agreement, subsequently amended to include overflight and order-to-land provisions, a bilateral extradition treaty, and a mutual legal assistance treaty. Diddy has been the subject of a federal investigation since November and has faced a wave of lawsuits filed against him. Particularly concerning his role as a powerful fixture in entertainment. With power, the lawsuit suggests also came with abuse. One example was a lawsuit filed by his former girlfriend Cassie under the New York Adult Survivors Act. And I found another video with that. I'd have to find it again, but it's him videoing her when they were together. She's on the ground in a blanket, not like I'm cold, I need a blanket, like in a prone position, curled up, the blanket's just totally wrapped her up, and he's just kind of taunting her as he's above her. Why are you in this blanket? It's beautiful outside, it's hot, let's go for a jog. You're twitching, you're freaking me out, whatever he's doing. I'm sure she'd just been abused, allegedly. One example, which accused him of long-term physical and sexual abuse. Her lawsuit originally asked for $30 million and was settled in less than 24 hours for an undisclosed amount. Immediately, the lawsuit ticked off a legion of other filings, leading to an aforementioned raid. And I've read other people that have come out now. I think there's 5 different women, and correct me if I'm wrong on that. There's multiple people that have come out that have lawsuits out against him for assault. And they are basically saying they saw the bravery in Cassie and thought they would come forward too. One goes back to the early 90s when he was coming up in New York City as a party thrower and just trying to make his name. Amidst the raid, Cassie's lawyers have released a statement saying, "We will always support law enforcement when it seeks to prosecute those who have violated the law." I just thought that was a very, very interesting story, because the kid was tracking him all the way across the U.S. there. Thought that was cool. Now here's one that gets into a little bit of conspiraciness, maybe not. So I didn't even know some of this. Okay, this is a TikTok. So Kim Porter, I've just learned about her today. This is a former person that had a relationship with Diddy, got out of that relationship, and she is now passed away, unfortunately. Let's just kind of watch. This is part 4 of this video, but this should get us where we need to be here.
Situation revealed that she sent a chilling group text message to her close friends, which simply read, "He got me." This cryptic message hinted at the gravity of her situation and the urgency of her plea for help. However, in a further twist to the story, it was revealed that the phone containing this crucial message was allegedly snatched away by Diddy's security team when he arrived at Kim's house after her tragic passing. The reasons behind this action remain unclear, adding yet another layer of mystery and speculation to the events surrounding her death. The revelation of Kim Porter's desperate attempts to seek medical assistance, her ominous message to friends, and the subsequent confiscation of her phone by Diddy's security team have left many with unanswered questions. The circumstances leading up to her untimely death continue to be scrutinized, and the public is left wondering whether different decisions or actions could have changed the course of events. Furthermore, adding to the enigma surrounding Kim Porter's tragic passing, her former boyfriend and the father of her eldest son, the renowned Al B. Sure, made a statement that has since been deleted but left fans astounded. Al B. Sure disclosed that Kim had been living with an unsettling sense of fear and unease in the period leading up to her untimely demise. In fact, he had encouraged her to take a rather drastic step by reaching out to the FBI for assistance. In this now deleted post, Al B. Sure revealed a cryptic message that Kim had sent to him, which read, "Life imitating art, art imitating life." These words, once shrouded in mystery, now take on a deeper meaning. They hint at the possibility that Kim had been wrestling with complex emotions and a sense of impending danger. What's more, Al B. Sure shared that Kim had confided in him about other distressing matters, portraying a vivid picture of a woman in distress. Faced with the gravity of the situation, Al B. Sure urged her to take the crucial step of contacting the FBI, a move that could have potentially altered the course of events. It's worth noting that last summer, the 53-year-old producer publicly raised doubts about the circumstances surrounding Kim Porter's death. In a video that has since been deleted, he made a startling claim that went against the notion of natural causes. Al B. Sure suggested that Kim's demise was not the result of natural circumstances, but rather shockingly, implied that she may have met with foul play. Just found this footage from the morning I learned of Kim Porter's murder and how it ripped the soul from my physical body. I had no clue, but I do know very clearly that Kimberly didn't just check out all of a sudden over pneumonia, he insisted. That's some BS. Really? This is where I get in trouble. We just celebrated our son.
See, I don't know any of this story really until I found this part today, and I'm like, wow, it even gets deeper.
New deal and Christmas special with Netflix. And she was in fantastic health as well, laughing seeing me and Diddy's mutual exchange at the theater. I'm going to leave it here. It seems that Al B. Sure's bold claims, as you could very well hear, caused quite the stir, especially among Diddy's loyal
like
entourage.
Power and money.
No time in springing
he's got his thumb over these people. And if he's drugging people and then putting them in vicarious situations like this producer, they allegedly drugged him, and then he wakes up next to a sex worker. If that guy's got a partner, say he's married, got a girlfriend, then all of a sudden you got Diddy saying, "Hey, buddy, I got this picture, man." Like that shit's evil
allegedly
and definitely
putting
happens.
The pressure on Al to hit that delete button pronto, burying his explosive revelations deep in the digital graveyard. Talk about a cover-up, right? These truths were like dynamite, and someone clearly didn't want them to see the light of day. Now, let's connect the dots, shall we? With reports resurfacing about Shakir's strange behavior before his tragic end and the bizarre circumstances surrounding Kim Porter's passing, it's starting to feel like we're in the middle of a blockbuster mystery movie. And we can't help but wonder if all of this is just a little too coincidental, especially when there are whispers of Diddy's alleged involvement, perhaps not of the innocent variety. So
Good
here's
point.
the dish.
Yeah, for real.
It's only a matter of time.
You know what? That almost shows the level of power now, right? Like, because, the Cassie, who he was with, ended up getting away. She said, fuck it, I'm going to come out with this stuff. I'm going to let people know I'm not going to back down. She, they settled out of court or whatever, but she was still coming after him. Probably didn't think that was going to happen, right? One story I read earlier with her at one point to try to keep control over her, it doesn't say this is how it happened. This is how it imagined it happened. But it said that he had somebody that she knew was held over a balcony. Basically, is like, I will hurt people if you don't do what I say. Another time, he had put a gun with her. Basically, you're in this with me. Like, you're going to handle my gun when we're out. So that's in her purse. So that's got her freaked out. And then he had actually run his car into someone that she knew. And basically, look, I will hurt folks to keep this going. Like, putting the fear into her. So that kind of going back to my point there with what Mandy said, I'm surprised in the Me Too moment, especially during the late teens when that was just rampant and, everybody was coming out, shows how much power he probably has, right? Even the way Bieber was acting there. Like, these are other people who are famous as well, who do have money, who do have power, but this guy is, I don't know, they're freaked the fuck out. Like,
for the entire
you know what? I mean, there's too many normal people, right? Normal people can get messed up with these types of folks. Someone like this, tons of these fucking fuckface dudes out there now, and women too now, but a lot of dudes, they don't have any care in the world. Like, they don't have a line. Like, they will physically hurt you. They will hurt your family. They will hurt your livelihood. They don't want you to have a house. They want you on the fucking street. They want everything. If you don't have me, then you have nothing. That's the power trip that these fuckfaces have.
Truth spills out. And for Diddy's sake, we're crossing our
crazy.
fingers and hoping he wasn't in any way mixed up in the perplexing demise of both Kim and Shakir.
There was a crazy
but
Tupac
in the
quote
world
too.
Of Hollywood, who knows what scandalous secrets might be lurking just beneath the surface. Anyway, that's it for this video, folks. Bye.
I like how she just stands it. That's it for this video. Bye. Get the fuck out of here. That's what she just told us. The raids themselves are fucking nuts. Like, I've got those videos up here. This was the, I'm not even sure what, the California home. But one other thing, I've got another crazy video that was sent to me by Missy. This one's 18 minutes long. I'm just going to start playing it and see what happens here. But anybody that knows DaBaby, is kind of coming up. That's what happens. A lot of these up-and-comer rappers, they end up with Diddy. They end up with a lot of people like that, and you want to be in the in crowd. You want to be hanging out with him and Jay-Z and Beyonce and all these, music moguls, these people that can make or break you, that can introduce you to new folks that you could work with, that, again, could lead to the next job in your career. Whatever it is, the connections. That is what Hollywood is about. But it's crazy. Oh, the shit. One more part. There's so many parts. I have a lot of shit up here. Diddy's drug mule was arrested yesterday in Miami. So this is happening at the same time as the raids. And when he was getting the fuck out of Dodge, a guy that apparently would run weed and coke across the globe for him to different. They would jump on a plane and not only just fly around the United States, but they would go to the UK. They would go to other countries. This guy loaded up for Diddy, a drug mule, and he was arrested yesterday with coke in Miami. A man accused of being Diddy's drug mule was arrested trying to board the same time as the rapper's mansion was raided by police. Maybe he was tipped off. Maybe he was trying to get to the area where he was going to be with his, so he could have some drugs later. Craziness, dude. And here's Diddy was spotted about 3 p.m. at Apoalaka Airport not long before Paul was arrested there, hours after the raid started. So he was even stopped here, Diddy was, and then still got on his plane. Department of Homeland Security and other local law enforcement officers contacted by DailyMail.com on Tuesday have not been able to comment on Diddy's location. He was scheduled to fly to the Caribbean and block the public tracking of his jet after he arrived in Miami. Police seized his phones, but he was not arrested. So they have his phones. Oh, shit, dude. There's going to be some arrest warrants coming, dude. This is the Daily Mail. Take that as you want, but an arrest warrant obtained by Daily Mail says that Paul admitted to having drugs in his luggage as law enforcement intercepted him. The document filed states while working alongside the Department of Homeland Security and Border Protection, the defendant was taken into custody for being in possession of suspected cocaine and marijuana candy. So he had edibles on him as well. The defendant had the contraband inside of his personal travel bags, which he claimed prior to being searched. The suspected cocaine was located and tested by agents, and the defendant was charged accordingly. Paul was referred to as Diddy's drug mule in a $30 million lawsuit by, again, Lil Rodney Jones here. The complaint, one of 5 against Combs since November, alleged he was involved in acquiring and distributing, Mr. Combs' drugs and guns. Whether Paul's arrest was connected to allegations in the lawsuit or to the raids on Diddy's properties was not confirmed. Jones claimed in the lawsuit that he personally witnessed Paul acquire and distribute drugs to Combs and his entourage. He wrote the flights between Los Angeles, Miami, Virginia, the Caribbean, London 3 times. Now, those are dangerous trips with drugs like that. Well, here he is hanging out. Huh. How did he get with this kid, I wonder? A 25-year-old dude who ended up being the guy that's going to run the drugs around. And here he is just hanging out with Diddy. Imagine just being able to, you just have a guy that's going to be, what? Brendan Paul once played for college basketball for Syracuse senior. How did this connection happen? Jones attached a photo of Paul holding prescription pill bottles with a black pouch sitting on his lap. Brendan Paul's videotaped with one of the black pouches Combs and Christina Quorum required the associates and members to carry. This pouch was filled with ecstasy, cocaine, GHB, ketamine, marijuana, mushrooms, and tuck. I don't know what the fuck tuck is. Mr. Combs required Brendan Paul and Mr. Jones to carry his firearm on their person whenever they went out. One of these occasions, Mr. Jones was required to carry Mr. Combs' firearm was when Mr. Combs recorded himself coaching Mr. Jones on how to solicit sex workers. Oh, shit, man. Jones worked with Combs most recently on his record. He claimed Paul and other staff were told to hire sex workers to come to the record recording studio. Mr. Combs felt there was too much testosterone in the studio and wanted sex workers there to create the vibe for the Love album. Then those workers arrived, and Mr. Jones and other musicians, producers were required to engage in sex acts with them. Jones is suing the rapper over claims he engaged in serious illegal activity, including sexual assault. The initial lawsuit alleged Combs forced the producer to procure, sex workers and pressured him into sex acts with them. He also accused Cuba Gooding Jr., groping him while on Diddy's yacht in January 2023. Cuba Gooding Jr. began touching, groping, and fondling Mr. Jones' legs, his upper inner thighs. See, this is so crazy. This is a producer that's going to be in the industry, but he has no care in the world. Here, you're hanging out with one of my buddies. You're now going to be meat for one of these people. It's fucking crazy, bro. Oh, here's a photo. Getting a little too close here. And if he didn't want that, like, what the hell? What is this? Jones' bombshell lawsuit against Diddy claims that Combs subjected him to a year of groping and constant unsolicited touching of his anus. He says he was ordered to recruit prostitutes to have sex with them for the star's pleasure and has hundreds of hours of video documenting Combs' serious illegal activity. He claims he was, if he has this on video too, wow. He claims he was also sexually assaulted by a female cousin of Combs' girlfriend, Young Miami, and was forced to watch a video of record producer Stevie J having sex with another man. Jones was required to work with Combs in bathroom where the star would shower naked behind a glass screen. The producer alleges Combs boasted of having shot people and threatened to inflict bodily harm if Jones did not comply with his demands. He says the forceful and demanding star privately admitted, this is evil, involvement in a 1999 nightclub shooting that saw him acquitted of gun possession and bribery charges. This is all coming up to get you, motherfucker. Like, I believe in karma. Mr. Combs consistently made it clear that he has immense power in the music industry and with law enforcement. Jones claims that underage girls and sex workers were guests at the star's house parties and that he saw the star drug their drinks. He also claims he was ordered to Miami thrall bars and night spots to recruit sex workers and say he himself was drugged in February last year before he woke up naked, dizzy, and confused in bed with Combs and 2 sex workers. His lawsuit also names Combs' son Justin, his chief of staff Christina Coram, and Universal Music Group chief executive Sir Lucian Grange as defendants. It accuses Coram of grooming him on Combs' behalf and claims that Motown Records, Love Records, and Universal Music Group compromised a RICO enterprise that failed to adequately monitor, warn, or supervise Combs and his inner circle. These are some of the pics from yesterday. Jones named some of the industry's biggest names as co-defendants in the $30 million lawsuit. This is fucking crazy, dude. Hanging out with Prince Harry here, boy. What the fuck, dude? Like, we're in the internet age now when everything is fucking out here. And, like, no one's out here being able to fucking hide and do their fucking bullshit. And, dude, this shit's crazy, bro. This shit's fucking insane. So, yeah, this video right here, I'm about to show you. I'm just going to kind of let this one roll here. Industry Secrets. Hopefully you'll be cool. Give them a follow. Right here, Industry Secrets. Huge numbers on this smaller channel. Really well edited. There's some sensationalized stuff in here. Probably even going into some conspiracy type stuff. But we're going to go in here. First, actually, hold on. Let me take care of some business here just real quick. Thanks, everyone, again, for hanging and banging here tonight. I appreciate the shit out of it. Been a great stream. Fan funding coming through here. Jersey Din, $2. Amazing as always, Steve. Thank you very much. Love you, Jersey Jen. Hope you're doing good. Love it, love it. We don't mess around around these parts. Y'all know that, huh? Y'all know that. Also coming in hot, Gail with the $10. Huh? Little B.I.G. here while we're doing the Diddy stream. Don't soil B.I.G.'s name. ODB also, baby. And then Shelly Tarbert coming through, and she gifted out a membership, and I saw them beers flying in the chat. Anytime here on Publicly Buzzed, we get a new member, we give out the beers, we give out the J's, we give out the liquor drinks. Thank you so much. Appreciate the shit out of that, Shelly. You are absolutely unbelievable and amazing. Always coming through. And then, boom, right now, coming through with her own theme song, ladies and gentlemen. Holly Berry just gifted out a membership, and who got that one? I should be able to actually see that one still. Irene got that. Hell yes. Let's go, baby. Not messing around. Get them beers out there in the chat. Them liquor drinks. Rocking and rolling. If you're new here, please sub up. We appreciate you hanging and banging. If you're coming over from Jay, love to have you here. And thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Yeah, let's keep rocking and rolling here. Again, I'm just going to kind of let this video roll, guys. And let me know in the comments and in the chat what you think about this. There's a lot of wild shit here.
This was the beginning of 2020. You know what I mean? Diddy had put everybody else out the crib, like the influx of people. He had put them out, but he had took a liking to me in particular around the time, man. It was really, you know what I mean, like putting his arm around me.
Right.
So he had put majority of the people out, but he allowed me to stay in there. Mm-hmm. Me and, you know, maybe about 15 others, you know, right. Jay-Z and Beyonce being you know, 2 of the other 15 people in the room. So that'll just put it into perspective of the type of company I was in.
I heard that there's supposed to be some tapes or something that's coming out real soon, and I guess we'll all really know the truth if anything's on those tapes.
You guys aren't going to believe this one. In a recent interview, DaBaby dropped some bombshells about his experiences as a Diddy freak-off survivor, and you won't believe the twists and turns he's sharing. We've all heard the shady stuff that's been going on behind the scenes at Diddy's infamous parties. You know, the ones where Diddy likes to invite all of his best buddies and have fun with each other. And recent news has it that DaBaby not only was present at these gatherings, but he's actually pulling back the curtains on this dark era of his life.
Yo, Mia Bito already knew 25 years ago she wasn't on Team Puffy.
Get your popcorn, folks, because this is going to be a wild one. All right, so let me start with this wild night at Puff's crib. That happened back in 2020. When DaBaby talked about it in an interview, he had us hooked on this story. And you could tell by the way he was telling it. He was nervous, real nervous.
Everybody out here talking about Puffy or Diddy, whatever the fuck you want to call this guy. I know he's changed his name a bunch. They acted a little suspicious, right? They acting a little scared. They acting a little freaked out. That Bieber video fucked me up a little bit, man. Like, 2 years later, after that initial interaction, when he was just so jazzed to be next to Diddy, we're hanging out here for 48 hours, holy shit, this is going to be great. 2 years later, it's like, in the studio, it looked like, probably just run up on him, right? I don't even know how that came to be. But he was like, oh, fuck, oh, stop.
Now, does that mean he's seen things that people like Diddy wouldn't want the world to know? Maybe. Let's get into what happened that night. It was this star-studded party at Diddy's mansion with Beyonce and Jay-Z chilling in the same room. The kind of thing you would expect music moguls like Puff and Queen Bee to throw, right? It was the kind of party you'd expect to see in Hollywood. A bunch of celebs, beautiful women, the whole 9 yards. But as the night went on, the crowd started thinning out and things took a bit of a turn. But what went down that had the poor guy so shaken and terrified? Well, DaBaby started talking about how during the night of the party, initially it was all cool, but then, at one point in the night, Puff started getting real cozy, like invading his personal space. And it wasn't just inappropriate things that Diddy said. Things went a little too far. During the night, DaBaby talked about how, at one point, Diddy even had his arm around him, and you could sense the discomfort in his voice as he spilled these details.
Diddy had put everybody else out the crib, like the influx of people he had put him out. But he had took a liking to me in particular around the time, man. It was really, you know what I mean, like putting his arm around me.
Right. Imagine being at a party with big names like Beyonce and Jay-Z, and things start getting a bit too close for comfort. Now, if I were an up-and-coming artist, it would be hard for me to make sense of the situation.
That's the moment. That's what Diddy's that's what he wants, right? He's getting these. He's hanging out and partying with these other elite people, but he's getting these people like a DaBaby when he's younger, right? He's getting them in this room. He's like, look at these cats I'm hanging out with. Here's Beyonce. Here's Jay-Z. You want to be a part of this elite club? Come hang and bang right here. Probably literally at that point, right?
Exactly what he was going through as well, especially with all the allegations coming about Diddy's behavior towards young artists that he shows a liking for. We all know what happened to Cassie and her relationship with Diddy, given the lawsuit she filed about the horrible things she had to go through. DaBaby said it was like the vibe went from party mode to, wait, what's happening here? With just a handful of people left in the room. He then revealed that the party initially had a lot of people, but as the night started going into late hours, rumor has it that Puffy had the room cleared out with only a few hand-picked people, some of which included big names like Jay-Z and Beyonce. What happened next, behind the closed doors of Diddy's mansion, has yet to be revealed. But judging from DaBaby's shaky voice, it couldn't have been good. Fans also felt bad for him, with one person writing, "Damn, and DaBaby just admitted Diddy got him at one of his parties." Another added, "Diddy had DaBaby right where he wanted him." Now here's the thing. This whole Puffy getting a bit too cozy with DaBaby doesn't exactly come as a shocker to some of us who've been following the music scene closely. He's got a bit of a history when it comes to getting up close and personal with up-and-coming artists in the industry. Over the years, Diddy has played the role of being a mentor to many artists that are now extremely successful. People like Justin Bieber and Usher come to mind. Now, what exactly happened behind the scenes during these mentorships? No one knows, but fans are speculating the worst. I mean, you remember what Usher had to say about the infamous Puffy Flavor Camp. right?
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you
New
over
York
to
City.
something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's what it
Camp.
was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In
to
the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I
Come
mean,
on.
but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you
I
seeing?
went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it.
Not long after, in the same interview, Howard Stearns even asked Usher if he would ever send his son to Puffy Flavor Camp. And it doesn't seem to be a big surprise that this was his reaction.
You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
Hell
Over the
no.
years, Diddy seems to have followed a pattern when it comes to the young artists he mentors, maybe even getting a bit too close with them. And DaBaby might just be the latest on the list. So, when DaBaby came clean about feeling uncomfortable at that party, some of us were nodding our heads like, yeah, we've seen this before. Sean Combs got a track record, and it seems like DaBaby's got a story that fits right into that narrative. The question now is, what's the deal with Puff's personal space boundaries? Is it just his way of bonding? Or is there more to this story? And this isn't the first time someone has come forward about Diddy exploiting and invading their personal space. There's also Yung Miami, who went through something similar to DaBaby. Ever since these accusations started flying at Diddy, it's been a whole drama fest involving everyone in his crew, including Yung Miami. For those of you who don't know, Yung used to be one of Puff's partners.
It's like it just took one person to blow the lid off of it. When they started talking about it, Cassie in this situation, right? Everyone's just kind of like, fuck, yeah. He's a dick. He sucks. He's abused me. He assaulted me. Like...
Now, apparently, there is talk that Miami is catching some serious cancellation vibes right alongside Diddy. But honestly, it's not that surprising considering Puff's big shot status in the industry, and Miami's reputation is kind of linked to him. Some even think that if she's caught in some shady stuff, chances are that the root of it goes right back to Puffy. With P. Daddy taking a hit, it looks like young Miami is feeling the burn just as intensely, maybe even more. But here's the real kicker. We got a glimpse of Combs' reaction to young Miami, and she apparently did something that's gonna stick with him forever. There's even some leaked footage. Let me spill all the details. But first, let me introduce you to Gina Huyn, a model who used to date Puff and allegedly also faced much worse than what DaBaby went through. You've probably heard about Cassie filing a lawsuit against Diddy, but did you know she wasn't the only ex facing the repercussions of dating Diddy? He's got another ex, Gina Huyn, who is claiming some wild things that she went through during her relationship with Puffy. In a recent interview resurfacing from 2019, she talked about allegedly facing violence during their 5-year relationship. Gina, who reportedly dated the music mogul while he was in an on and off period with Cassie, claimed he went all out in one disturbing encounter. According to her, he allegedly severely injured her in an encounter that left her with damages to the head, stomach, and chest. Another time was when he caught her texting another man in Miami, and that's when it got really crazy. Let me set the scene. They were upstairs in walk-in closet, and he pushed her to the ground. Then she claims that he stood over her, punching the side of her head. She said she was just covering her face as he did that. Gina spilled more, claiming that he compared her to Cassie, calling her the bad one and Cassie the good one. She even said that everyone in Combs' circle allowed the alleged altercations to happen multiple times. In a surprising turn of events, Gina spilled the beans that when she became pregnant with Diddy's child,
he offered me $50,000.
The unimaginable told things that's happened to Hollywood, even before the internet age, but even really back then, yeah, like the early days, and like there's some such, I mean, stuff we'll never know.
To get rid of it, but I turned it down because I just loved him, and I just and I wanted to. I was like trying to prove that.
I had to Google it because I was trying to remember her name, but yeah, Judy Garland. Horror stories about Judy Garland out there, man. Who played Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz.
I wasn't the girl that
was
wanted him for money.
Okay.
I just care about him, and I just wanted him to be nice to me. That's it.
Gina disclosed having a second abortion from their relationship, and this bombshell interview is causing quite a stir, especially after Cassie accused Sean Combs of R and SA in a recent.
You know what, Keystone? Like, what they've got to be doing in these situations to get these yes men and these people that have no fucking backbone or could do anything, they've got to be like I can't believe they'd just be bringing in anybody and then like demanding that, or else they have to be weeding these people out somehow to like I said before, maybe getting something on them to where, oh man, if you go sit talking, I've got this picture that somebody's not going to like, or I've got this, that time you did this one thing because I've drugged you, you know? Like, I don't know if he's holding stuff over top of maybe long-term people, or if he's like weeding them out to just see, doing fucked up situations around newer folks to see exactly how far they'll let them go. Oh shit, this is Diddy. Oh shit, he's got all this money. Maybe I'll get laid too. Maybe I can get hot too, to see how fucking morally depraved these fuck faces are. Because if they got any kind of backbone whatsoever, they're out of here, I'm sure, bro. Like, fuck.
Lawsuit.
Evil's
As of
out here
now,
lurking.
He
y'all.
hasn't publicly addressed Gina's claims, and it seems like he probably won't. There's not much he can say in his defense, so he'll likely let his lawyers handle the situation. She even said once,
He was like mentally, emotionally, and physically abusing me. He would always compare me to Cassie and tell me that I'm the bad one and she's the good one. Everyone else just kind of just allowed it to happen and just...
Yeah, they know what they're doing, man.
Now, you remember how I said there was a connection between Young and Gina? Well, things took a shady turn for Young Miami when rumors started circulating that she and Diddy were collaborating to cause trouble for Gina. Miami spilled the tea, revealing that he went from being cool for the first 3.5 years to turning into a downright mean guy. So while allegedly Miami was in it with him, she then realized that he had completely brainwashed her. Some even suggest that he included her and convinced her to be a part of all these dirty things, so that if he ever got caught, she would be just as effing as him.
That's it, right?
Now, reports suggest Miami had enough of it. She has had enough of Puff controlling her narrative and pulling her down with him. Apparently, to put an end to all of it, she is now teaming up with 50 Cent for a documentary exposing his alleged actions.
My bad. I said Cassie was doing that earlier. My bad. I totally misspoke. Anybody that's actually watching this that's in the real know, probably done clicked off. But no, it's Miami that's going to be doing the documentary with 50. Okay.
50 Cent's production company confirmed they are working on a doc about the allegations against Comb, adding another layer to this unfolding saga. After this drama, people all over the world have had enough of Diddy. This man is a monster. Why isn't he locked up? What kind of world are we living in to allow this blatant to go on for years? But that isn't the end of it. Diddy's facing some serious heat,
100%,
not just from the 4 women suing him for SA, but there's this whole other drama. Back in 2018,
this shit though, okay, Missy was talking to me about this earlier and sent me the interrogation, which I want to fucking watch. This shit's crazy, bro. This shit right here is fucking nuts.
Named Jonathan AI spilled the beans in a police video.
I forgot about this part.
Captive for Puff and his ex, Cassie Ventura. Wild, right? AI dropped some bombshell allegations during the interrogation, saying he had a thing with Comb and Cassie like 15 times, and supposedly there are tapes of these encounters. Even Diddy's ex-bodyguard, Gene Deal, commented on the situation.
I heard that there's supposed to be some tapes or something that's coming out real soon, and I guess we'll all really know the truth if anything's on those tapes.
But nobody really knows what happened to Jonathan AI.
What?
Some say he might have passed away, but there's no solid info. Fast forward to now.
We don't even know where the guy's at. We don't even know where he's at. He's disappeared completely in the internet age. Think about that for a second.
With Cassie.
Is Diddy, like, I mean, this is some mob shit.
And others accusing Diddy of assault, and it looks like Jonathan's claims are getting a second look. This whole thing isn't just recent gossip though. Jonathan talked about it back in 2018, long before Combs' current troubles. He talked about getting involved in some shady stuff with Diddy's crew, even blaming Puffy for messing up his escorting gig. In the interrogation video, Jonathan revealed how messed up his life got after being involved with Diddy and Cassie. He ended up breaking into a hotel, had a showdown with the cops, and got shot in the leg.
Yeah, I read a little bit about, that sentence came out all crazy. I read a little bit about this though, and I guess he was kind of like, he had like a Trump right-wing unhinged vibe about him, like he draped an American flag over like the front desk, dressed in all black, painted his face black.
After that, he spilled everything. The drugs, the intimate acts, and even STDs. When he tried to bail, Puff apparently forced him into a settlement, probably to keep things hush-hush. But that didn't stop Diddy's lawyers from coming after him, making Jonathan feel like he was being hunted. And it's not just about the intimate stuff. Jonathan also claimed P. Diddy and Rick Ross are gay. He even brought up the Illuminati and some seriously dark rituals. Now, people are torn. Some doubt Jonathan's story.
I mean, it seems like there's no doubt that Diddy is bisexual.
struggles. But others think
I don't really
he
know a
might
lot
be
about
onto
Rick
something.
Ross stuff.
Back in 2018, authorities didn't take Jonathan too seriously, but with all the recent accusations against Diddy, folks are starting to wonder. There are even rumors that Jonathan might not be around anymore, fueling suspicions that
Where is
maybe
this
Combs
dude?
silenced him. And then all of us know what went down with poor Cassie. Cassie took legal action against Diddy in New York federal court on Thursday, November 16th, alleging that the music executive SA'd and RA'd her multiple times. Shockingly, she claimed an incident where she was coerced into having intimate relations with male workers while he watched. In her lawsuit, the Me and You singer stated that Diddy was prone to uncontrollable rage and frequently subjected her to severe beatings. Diddy's lawyer, Ben Braffman, refuted these allegations in a statement, asserting that Cassie had been seeking money from the Bad Boy Records founder. Braffman stated, "Mr. Combs vehemently denies these offensive and outrageous allegations. For the past 6 months, Mr. Combs has been subjected to Ms. Ventura's persistent demand of $30 million under the threat of writing a damaging book about their relationship, which was unequivocally rejected as blatant blackmail." Cassie's attorney, Douglas Wigdor, responded by revealing that Cassie and Diddy had a conversation before the lawsuit was filed. According to Wigdor, the Last Night musician allegedly tried to silence Cassie by offering her a substantial amount of money, 8 figures worth, to prevent her from taking legal action. However, Cassie rejected his attempts. In a new development, Diddy is reportedly under investigation by the NYPD. Cassie and Diddy had an on and off relationship
And that's
until
what we just saw with the
2018,
raid,
when
like-
they eventually separated. She has since married fitness trainer
I
Alex
mean, that's what
Fine.
that one dude was even saying. Like, get the hell out of Dodge. You got to get the hell out of here. Which is insane to be saying that in an interview. It's also fucking crazy. And that he had time to get to the airport, get on the jet, and leave.
And the couple now have 2 daughters together. The lawsuit lays out some pretty disturbing stuff about Diddy, accusing him of serious
Sarah.
crimes like
What's
SA
up?
and R, and forcing Cassie to do some really uncomfortable stuff with male workers. Cassie paints a picture of Diddy as not just the big shot at her record label, but also as someone she thought was a protector, only to end up in this messed up, unequal, and violent relationship. According to the legal papers, Diddy apparently used some pretty intense tactics to keep Cassie under his control, like wrecking a guy's car, threatening a friend by hanging them off a 17th floor balcony, and even asking Cassie to carry his gun in her purse. And get this, Cassie never went to the cops because she was scared it would just give Diddy another reason to hurt her. Diddy, of course, denies everything. The lawsuit goes on to say, Cassie, Ms. Cassandra Ventura, was held down by Mr. Combs and endured over a decade of his violent behavior and disturbed demands. For Miss Ventura, the dark times were those she spent trapped by Mr. Combs in a cycle of violence and SA. According to the court papers, Diddy first showed interest in Cassie back in 2006 when his makeup artist spilled the beans, pulling her into his high-flying lifestyle. Once they got into a romantic relationship, Diddy and his inner circle supposedly had a grip on every aspect of Cassie's life. According to the lawsuit, even though the people close to the Bad Boy Records founder witnessed physical harm, they chose to turn a blind eye. The court documents state beatings were witnessed by Mr. Combs' staff and employees, but no one dared to speak up against their frightening and ferocious boss. Cassie, fearing retaliation, refrained from going to the police. In a particularly harrowing incident in 2009, Diddy allegedly kicked her repeatedly and had his staff hide her in a hotel room. The filing claims that every time she tried to escape, Diddy's extensive network found her, with some employees even telling her that not returning to Diddy would hinder her success in the entertainment industry.
What you got to say now?
Yeah, this is the video. Look at this shit. He's posting this. He's making this video, bro.
I say now.
Like, he's not embarrassed about this. He felt untouchable.
Put your girl on the snap. Baby. Yo, babe. I mean, shit getting weird. Come on, baby. It's hot outside. You wrapped up in that blanket. Let's go jog on the beach.
The lawsuit highlights the toll on Cassie's mental health during her relationship with Diddy, including memory loss from excessive substance use and thoughts of Shockingly, the court papers mention an instance where MRI results were sent directly to Diddy. In other shocking revelations within the lawsuit, Cassie claimed that Diddy coerced her into participating in what he called freak-offs. This arrangement involved her being compelled to organize and engage in acts with male workers. These encounters allegedly took place over several years in luxury hotels across the country and occurred as frequently as once a week. Diddy reportedly documented these encounters by taking photos and filming them. Cassie attempted to delete videos from her phone, but it proved futile, and she was even forced to watch footage on a flight that she believed she had erased. After one of these incidents in 2016, Diddy supposedly paid a hotel $50,000 to erase hallway surveillance footage. The footage reportedly showed an intoxicated Diddy throwing glass vases at Cassie when she tried to escape, resulting in a black eye. Cassie, in an attempt to cope, started abusing substances and drinking alcohol in hopes of handling the situation better. This intense substance abuse eventually led to addiction for Cassie. The lawsuit made a startling claim that Diddy, in an act of retaliation for Kid Cudi's brief relationship with Cassie in 2012, allegedly blew up the rapper's car. The filing stated that Diddy had previously expressed his intention to target Kid Cudi, and around that time, the suit notes, Kid Cudi's car exploded in his driveway. Kid Cudi confirmed the account in a statement through his spokesperson to the New York Times, saying, "This is all true." The filing also alleges that in 2018, Diddy forcibly entered Cassie's home and RE'd her, despite her repeated objections and attempts to push him away. Following this traumatic incident, Cassie decided to end her relationship with Diddy for good and also severed ties with Bad Boy in 2019. And this disgusting list of the shit that he's pulled over the years doesn't end with Cassie. There's even talk of Comb being involved in Tupac's murder and ordering hits on his own record label. But here's the kicker. Puffy's got connections, so who knows?
Well, I mean, now it's out there that we know that he's an absolute garbage can person, bro. Like, that's not even off the table now, right? Like, I mean, you got people saying that he's helped murder people. Like, what the fuck? How deep could this go? At this point, I don't even know if anything surprises me anymore. I think I tweeted it. I said that this P. Diddy timeline, the entire timeline that we've stepped into currently in 2024 is nuts.
If he'll ever have to face any of this. The whole situation is a real roller coaster, and folks are calling for a serious investigation into his dealings, with many wondering, is DaBaby another one of his victims? So, what do you think? Comment down below and let us know. If you like this video, click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to be the first to see my next video.
I actually kind of think that is AI now, which is trippy as fuck. Because I thought it was real at first, but yeah, I started listening a little bit closer, and I think you all are right. Wow, though, man. Like, what the fuck is happening? Everything is just out of control and completely freaking insane all of the time. Looking through here real quick, make sure I haven't missed anything super important. I don't think so. Wow. Wow. What a stream, though, and what a fucking, situation. I'm going to keep looking up in tomorrow. The Diddler, baby. It was trending all day long. The Diddler. Leave it to the internet to have the dankest memes immediately. I'm going to put it in there right now just to see what we have. Just to find out real quick. What do we got just popping out here on the old X machine? Here we go. Fleeing American, leaving his heirs behind to inherit the family name. I got to get the hell out of here, guys. Y'all good? It was nice knowing you. It's from Friday, I think, right there.
Oh man, you got some visitors, dog. Let's get up on that.
Oh shit, he knew. This is too perfect. He knew. He knew. This is too perfect. He knew. Crazy. Oh God, yeah, you already right there. I think it was Missy that said it. P. Diddley Epstein, right?
Oh, he copied my whole fucking flow. Word for word, bar for bar. Oh,
bro. Diddler's out.
Thanks, man.
How was your birthday, man? What was your wish for this year?
Well, kind of hung out in Vegas, did a show, then went to the after party, and I don't know, it wasn't enough chicks, man. dudes, you know, it's like a sausage fest, man.
That sounded like the type of night I want to have in Vegas. Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
Well, you know,
Yo, Megan.
You know, my homie just threw a party and a bunch of families. You know, man.
I just feel like we gotta utilize that time.
Maybe next time, bro.
Right now.
Right now? Well, I got dinner, you know.
I got dinner,
my
you know.
Shit, bro.
Dinner's on me.
Well, thank you, man, but I really gotta go, man. You know, swear to God.
Don't bring a God into this situation.
No, I wasn't. I was just like,
I'll shut the fuck up.
Man, come on, just chill the fuck out, man.
I like when you like this, Daddy.
All right, man. Yo, fuck you. I'm out of here, man.
What else we got lurking in here? Oh man, did y'all remember when he dressed up as the Joker? What if he would have come out as the fucking Riddler, though? Man. Yeah, I think it was last Halloween. Maybe it was the Halloween before. I don't remember exactly. You know, Netflix is already on it. They're like, let's go. Oh, my own tweet's in here, baby. Let's go. Is this the chick that looks like Jim Carrey? It is.
And just like that, P. Diddler has left the building. He's not dead. He's just somewhere where he can't get extradited for all the shit he's done. He said, let me go to an island with Russell Simmons. We'll just chill there and order kids to our cabana, you know, like their drinks. He left his 2 sons to deal with Homeland Security. That's a good move. But what do we expect from a guy who took out his ex-wife, allegedly? You know what I mean?
Oh shit, he was the Riddler. You're right. Holy fuck, everything's just coming together. Oh my fucking God.
Son of a bitch!
What is happening? Dear Lord, nothing makes sense.
Hold up! Hold up! Hold up!
She was a fit 40-year-old woman and just died from pneumonia. That checks out, right? That happens all
Bro,
the time,
nothing
huh?
makes
I'm seeing a
sense.
lot of people on Twitter saying, well, that relationship he had with Justin Bieber seems a lot creepier now. It didn't seem creepy to you in the moment. It never seemed, this seemed fine. I don't care if he's a famous pop star and P. Diddy just wants to ride the coattails of
People
whatever
have to
hot young
stop
ass
letting
is
this
around.
shit happen,
It's creepy. Justin Bieber was like 15 years old when 40-year-old P. Diddy was hitting him up like, what you doing tonight? It reminds me of Drake texting Millie Bobby Brown and her bragging about it when she was like, what, 13? She's like, yeah, Drake texts me all the time. And we're just like, he's a good mentor. Good for Drake. Huh? It's all weird. It's all gross. It's always been weird. It's always been gross. Buckle in. Can't wait to see what comes from this. All right. See ya.
Yeah, that chick's awesome. She looks like... I found her because she had a viral thing doing Jim Carrey impersonations, and looks like she's capitalized on that, which is freaking sweet. 48 hours with the Diddler. Jesus Christ. That reaction from... Fucking, I think I done exited out of it. But that fucking reaction from happy as hell here to 2 years later to being like, What did Bieber see when he was 15 years old hanging out with fucking Diddy? What did he see, bro? Oh, God. All right. All right. Diddy escaping in his private jet before the...
We made it!
Jesus Christ.
We made it, man!
Everything is stupid!
Everybody okay? Everybody all right?
Hopefully we get this son of a bitch back. Okay. Good Lord, what the fuck's happening, man, for real? Yeah, I'm going to be keeping up on this tomorrow. Make sure you're following on Twitter, on all the socials. Next time you will be seeing me will be Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time, right here on YouTube. Me and Dan's going to be coming through with something. It might be on some Diddy shit. I don't know. We'll see what's popping by then. Be doing some reactions, reading over some stuff. got some bangers coming up for you. Friday night, Frill Friday. I'm going to start here on YouTube, of course, 9 p.m. Eastern Time before we move over to a website called Kick. And we'll be having the usual Frill Friday shenanigans over there. And then anybody that is new here that is not familiar with Murder Church, Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, we do something called Murder Church, which is one of my favorite things to do. I love all the stuff that we do here, but Murder Church is a little bit special, I feel like. And hopefully we'll come through and check it out. We do trials on Murder Church. Right now, we're doing the Joel Michael Guy Jr. trial, which is an absolutely barbaric parents' dismemberment situation happening. So, yeah, please come by. Hang out. I think I heard a little something. Whoa, Miss Deanna coming through here with the $9.99. Buzzing to bed. Love y'all. Thank you so much for coming through here. Out here. Hope you had a good time in here on this absolutely horrible fucking show, horrible fucking story. But good Lord. Love it. Thank you so much. Give me the loot. Give me the loot. This right here. B.I.G. to make up for it, baby. Biggie. The good one of the two, it's turning out. Good Lord. Viv, thank you for coming through here. Really appreciate it. Everybody, man. What a night. It's been wild. Yeah, Murder Church. Let's go. If you're back there lurking, we love you for lurking. Love you for hanging. I think we are going to watch some Twin Peaks, Holly Berry. I've just got we're on episode 7 of Twin Peaks. That's going to be coming at you guys. Hopefully Friday. I think Friday. Yeah, we got to I just want to finish this season and maybe the movie. Like, we're right there, right at the end. I could probably even bang out 2 episodes this Friday. I can't stop having a fucking dance party. It depends on how I start. It actually depends on how I start my Friday evening. When I get off work, I like to go out and we have like a decent dinner. One of us gets paid, me or Cassie, and, I have a drink or something. Once I have that first drink and then I come home and maybe I'm like, maybe I want to keep this buzz just going just a little bit. But then, you know what? I want a little tunage in me. I want a little tunes, baby. So then when we get on here and we get over to Kick, when I don't have any rules, it's hard not to just start jamming and having a dance party. I don't know what to say. But maybe, baby, we will be having a Twin Peaks party this Friday night. We'll see what's up. I don't know. We'll see. Tomorrow is the 1-year anniversary of The Man, though, The Shaming of Jay. I can't believe it's been 1 year. It's been an incredible year. So I'm going to be hanging out. I think, is he doing a stream tomorrow? I know he's doing taking the morning off for the Mets, but is he doing anything tomorrow evening for the 1 year? We'll see. But everybody, thank y'all so much. Absolutely love you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for diving into this crazy case with me. Crazy story. Whatever the hell's going on here. And Missy, yeah, thanks for all the links. Everybody that sent me links. Dizzy, thank you for the links. Love you guys. I will see everybody in the chats tomorrow. And if not, I will see you Thursday. Let's go.
Nothing to see here.